So guys, we are going into game one of this best of one. It is between TheRipper, who plays for 3Go, and RoxKISCreed. It is a ZvT, I'm SC2 England, and my lovely co-caster, really a legend of a human being, is Pew.
Yep, hey guys.
I'm trying to get more creative with how I introduce you every time. I need like a long list of like adjectives to describe you with. I feel like just should go for it.
Just anything wacky will suit me best, really,
Yeah.
as a Welshman.
Do you like Marmite?
No.
See,
I actually haven't properly tried it, but it doesn't look that pleasant,
Marmite's
really.
lovely. Marmite is like... Do you get Marmite in America and places? I'm assuming you must.
I'm pretty sure you do, but I don't know if they have the phrase, it's Marmite, because, like, thanks to the adverts, it's like you either love it or hate it.
Yeah.
It's become like a slang term for describing that. And
Any Americans who like are either watching this on my channel as a VOD, please let me know in the comment section. Do you have Marmite? And also, what's the other thing? Yeah, if you're on the live stream, let us know in the chat. Does Marmite exist in America? It must do.
I'm sure it does.
It's like one. This is maybe it's branded as something else though. Like you know,
That's
like
a
Walker's
possibility.
Crisps are like Lays over there.
Yeah, they are. They're Lays.
So maybe it's not called
Wait,
Marmite.
have you seen that thing in American? It's like the main difference between England and America is like in the UK they were called walkers, and we're slimmer people. In America they're called lays, and the people are heavier.
Yeah.
It's like lay down,
Very true.
walk.
Anyway, Ripper is going for that 15 hatch, and then he's probably going to get a 16 pull. Meanwhile, Creed is doing everything normal. The reason we haven't spoken much about the game yet is just because essentially everything's going standard. We can expect from Creed a 1-Rax command center, almost certainly, unless he's doing something incredibly funky, but that's unlikely. And again, Ripper has gone for that 15 hatch, 16 pull, which is so standard. I actually expect the Ripper to go for a quick third. That is my personal feeling, because again, we've got Creed, he's getting ready to take his command center, and on Antigua, getting that third as a Zerg is so easy.
And the command center is going down, but you're right. I was talking to Zicdomini. Do you know who that is? Oh, you should know now.
Yes.
Yes, he won the WCS, yeah?
Yes.
Yeah, I was talking to him, and game one he had Antigua shipbuilding against Team Muslim in the finals, which was obviously this map, and he's pretty much, he's like, yeah, I just push creep to the 4th and I win. It's just like, that's all I need to do on that map, and yeah, like, that's obviously I'm a Protoss, so it's a bit different in terms of like what happens in my
for
matches.
Protoss, Antigua shipyard is horrible.
Yeah, and well, that's why I have it vetoed.
Yeah, because the third base is just so hard to take. You can't. The reason it's so bad for Protoss is essentially because this center area between the natural and the third, you can't chuck. The amount of force fields it takes to really block that off is huge.
Yeah.
Which means Zerglings and stuff, and a big Zergling roach push is just so difficult because you can't chop it up with those force fields. But so far, the Ripper, he's got no gas, which is what's making me think a third. He's also picking off that SCB. Really, everything that's happening is screaming I'm getting a quick third. And it's to be expected the Creed's gone for that 1-Rax command center build as well. So
Yeah, you're looking, I'd say you're pretty correct there. It'll probably be like another minute. It's not going to be super fast away.
no, we do have a reactor helium build coming out of Creed as well, following up from this.
Ooh.
He's also moving these Marines forward. This is quite cool.
This is what we kind of seen Son do, but I know he did just lose an SCV on the way up, and he must have wanted to maybe kill the Zerglings that were coming up, but
Yeah.
he's probably going to get them now. Oh, he gets to.
This is pretty good play. I was just looking at the fact that we do have the Ripper with those 3 queens, so he's got a dedicated creep spread queen. He's actually got 2, he's got 4 queens in total, so 2
Nice.
dedicated creep spread queens, and everyone knows how much I like that.
Yeah, and everyone knows how effective it has become.
Exactly, it's magic because the queens are so good at defense right now. As well as the creep spread, the transfuses, the injects later on when you get the macro and third up. It's beautiful. It's a thing of beauty.
I think we actually may have something that we've seen from that last game with Sun. We have a starport with a tech lab coming down on the barracks. Now, it looks like they could swap because they're right next to each other, but it doesn't mean it doesn't mean that they will. It could be for stim or
Yeah, there's lots of things, but it hasn't been started yet, so I reckon they're going to switch. That's my personal opinion. This react to Hellion Banshee play which is definitely going to be occurring now the switch is going on, is just getting so good because, as we said in the previous game, it's just absolutely sick because the Banshees can attack one base, and that forces ultimately the Queens to move back, which allows the Hellions to get in.
We have Cloak as well, but look at this wall off from the Ripper. It goes. Can you see from his main ramp to his natural?
Yeah, I don't think it's actually walled off though. I think there's a gap there.
No, if there is, it's not big enough for Hellions, I don't believe. I'm pretty sure that's not walled off.
No, because a drone just got through there. It's not walled off. Definitely not. Yep, I just watched a drone. Watch a drone go through there. So that means
I was watching as well, but I was too distracted clicking on them.
Nope, the drone got through, which means Hellions can get through.
Ooh.
So maybe that's a mistake by Ripper. We'll wait and see. But double engineering bay coming down from Creed now, so he's transitioning into the quick double upgrades. But of course, double upgrades already started from the Ripper. Creed's also getting them. So all of these players loving upgrades at the moment. And who can blame them? They like the mid game, but just look at the number of creep tubers coming out for the Ripper here.
Yeah, there's going to be. Like, I'm guessing that's like a lot of Zug's goals to just try and creep the fourth, because then of course you're going to deny the Terran from expanding again.
Exactly, and it's not only that, but think of what creep gives you. It gives you map vision, map control, and an easier defense.
And it gives you a speed upgrade for your ground units.
Yeah, well that's
which is huge.
Yeah, it's easier defense, it's a quicker attack and resupply, it's just awesome. But there's a lot of Hellions here, and I mean a lot. And the Zergies do actually move command round, they don't manage to get this round, which is not going to be too good at all for you. And well, they are getting cleaned up in my opinion.
They are getting very cleaned up. There were a lot of Zerglings there that managed to do quite a lot of damage. And now some other
but drones. So many drones are lining up there, and there's a lot of toasted drones.
13.
Well, 14 are down now, and that's worth it, in my opinion.
Yeah.
Killing that many drones. If they get some more as well, they get 2 more. That was actually 3, so 18 drones in total taken down. These Banshees are attacking the third. And now the Queens are nowhere to be seen. They're going to take so long to go over. This third base is gone.
They have transfuse.
But it's not going to... Is it going to
get transfuse?
It's not... No, it doesn't. So suddenly now we've got the Ripper looking to be in a terrible spot because the third orbital is morphed in already and is sitting there ready to float down for Creed right now.
That was
a money-making play right there. The third base doesn't even need to go over yet. Just the additional mules and SCV production means that, well, the worker count is 49 to 37 in Creed's favour. He's got that extra orbital there, which means more mules. And ultimately, the fact that the third base has gone down for the Ripper means that his production is hit massively, Pewy.
Yeah, and the worst thing is he had the Queens were in range. He could have transfused there, and he had like 4 Queens right there with like 3 transfuses, so he should have been able to keep that alive. So that was just
production should be starting soon though. Is that starport there on the reactor? But no medevacs quite yet, which is a bit of a shame.
We actually have 3 Cloak Banshees now flying around.
I'm just thinking that's going to go up to the main, and to be honest, 3 Cloak Banshees with a little tiny bit of micro with only 1 spore, you can focus that down very quickly.
Yeah.
You need 2 spores at least there. The Queens are moving their way forward, trying to take that middle watchtower. There are some infestors out for the Ripper as well. But to be honest, I think this is going to get cleaned up really quite simply, these Hellions at the watchtower. But again, these Banshees coming into the third base, and if they force a cancel, which they very well could because there's 2 Queens way out of position, and only 2 remaining. Once Cloak goes down, the Overseer is not anywhere to be seen. If this third base goes down again, would you say that's the nail in the coffin?
Definitely, but the hatchery does finish, and he should. You know, he's got 110 energy on this Queen, a lot of energy on this one. He should just throw down 1 or 2 transfuses just to make sure it stays alive, or takes longer to kill next time they attack.
There's a 4th command center coming down for Creed here. I just noticed. Also, how many barracks has he got? He's got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 racks. 3 with 4 with reactors, 1 with a tech lab. Everything's where he wants it, but Hive is coming out for the Ripper. And considering he hasn't got his third base up, he's not going to be able to support Hive tech units.
No, definitely not. Now, Creed is taking his 3rd, but of course, he already has a 4th command center, which will be made into an orbital very soon. And he's 68 halves at V58.
We do have some Burrowed Infestors coming in, though. This is absolutely awesome. Where are they going to go? Well,
the depots are down.
but for some reason it's not going in. I don't quite know why. Perhaps the depots being shown as being down just means that he's going to send all of those Burrowed Infestors in there. There's no missile turrets, and suddenly we could see all the SCVs die. Just one unburrow, 2 fungals, and SCVs are dead, basically. And of course, there's nothing you can do about it.
You can briefly see infestors, but it's not like roaches. They're much
But
harder
instead,
to
it's
spot.
going to be infested terrans are the flavour of the day. I thought fungal growth may be better, but the main and natural has both got them down. And to be honest, Creed just isn't reacting quickly enough to this. He's losing
Creed.
so many. Just so many SCVs getting taken down. Now this is game changing straight away. The entire mains mineral line goes down. All of the gas income.
If he gets the command center, that's going to be huge. Oh my god!
He's going to.
He's going to get it.
It's gone and but he does have a spare. Just to the south.
He
But
does.
43 SCVs go down there. And
That takes him down to 30.
investors get away fine.
That was epic. If you actually seen that, at the natural, he scanned as soon as it happened, and he's like, okay, I'm going to get these infestors.
And they all get away.
They just got out of range, and his army followed the infestors, so they went away from the command center, and more SCVs were allowed to be killed there.
I mean, I don't know why Creed just didn't box those SCVs and just pull them away. Some would have gone down, but the lost mining time would have made up for it, because now Creed, with this push he's got coming across now, has to win.
Yeah.
Essentially, this push has to crush him, because at 44 to 65 SCVs, you're never going to be in a happy place.
No.
But
even with the mules, there's still a bit of a hit, especially, he has to repopulate his SCVs, etc., etc.
And he's not even producing SCVs at the moment, so Creed he is starting to now, but only 2 at a time. He's got his 3rd orbital, which was his 4th move back, but the investors go down. That was a lovely scan, and there's no banelings. The banelings are not around, but the Zerglies are coming in. They're getting us around, and all the tanks. The tanks are going to go down, but the Creed is getting cleaned up here, Pew.
That was so close. And we got 50 Zerglings, and an Ultra just popped. 2 Ultras just popped, so I feel like he should be able to stomp this little army just before...
Exactly, he'll be fine. The Queens are there as well. They've got transfuses, enough energy for transfuse, which basically means that that's going to keep those Ultras alive pretty much indefinitely. But actually, the Ripper not engaging quite yet.
No, there's some really bad control, but he's going for the surround now. The tanks go for the Ultras go for the tanks and the Marines, and now the Creed is forced back.
However, Creed did take out the 3rd base and denied the 4th. He also killed quite a few workers, not masses, but that has leveled up the income. I mean, if we look at the income tab now, that is like insanely equal. And actually going in Creed's favour now, by about 400 minerals a minute. So that's pretty good, but a big counterattack coming in here, Pew. Can Creed hold?
And this should be interesting. Look at the bank that the Ripper has as well. He can make so many Zerglings and flood his opponent.
Yeah, or he of course he can just hold down the U key and build just a couple of Ultralisks and be broke again.
Yeah, because there are only 3 tanks. Because if he takes them out, then things get a lot more interesting.
Amazingly though, the Ripper only just now getting that Baning Nest. That is so late. A drop getting loaded up as well for Creed here. So that drop, if it goes and counterattacks, will be huge. But here we go, Pew. What is happening?
Okay, he's going for the attack. The Ultras are getting in on the action. Some of the Zerglings run straight through and go for the tanks, but they get obliterated pretty fast. Some infested Terrans go down, and we have 3 Ultras v 3 tanks and a bunch of Marines. And this is going to be so close. The infested Terrans may make the little difference. Bunker 1 goes down, Bunker 2 is being attacked, and the 3rd is going to get targeted next. The SCVs are not going to get out.
No, they're not. They're trying to run away. Some do actually make it. The infestors... Not much use of fungal growth really, but
there's a wall.
The wall's got to stay up, otherwise all the Zerglings get in. Yeah. Just only a handful of SCVs, but that now is 67 SCVs killed this game. But we do have this drop going down to the 3rd of the Ripper's base, and that 3rd hatchery is gonna have to be cancelled, I reckon.
Or either that he waits for it to finish and gets the. Oh, he doesn't even get the cancel.
And the drop gets away. Only 1 Marine killed. That is sick.
It's a pretty good trade.
This is really getting into a war of attrition right now. There's also a burrowed Zergling preventing the command center landing. That is irritating.
Nice. Is that actually blocking it though? I don't think it is.
I don't know. I think it's just on the very edge.
I think as close as it, or as far out as it could possibly be, but still blocking it.
Okay,
and
so
holy crap!
We do have
I didn't
40
notice
to
this
57. 40 to 57 SCVs in favour of the Ripper, but income-wise, I mean, this is, well, it's pretty even. It's actually in the Ripper's favour for now, but he's only on, how is he doing that? He's only on one mining base.
And this is quite strange. Actually, I didn't even notice that the Ripper had the top left base and the
Middle
top
left base.
Yeah, and the top left base.
Yeah.
So there's a lot of extra bases there. But there is a drop. And his third is being taken. There are Marines stimmed. And here he goes.
Yet again, doesn't get a cancel off, but of course the Ripper's got so much in terms of economy. And these Marines are getting taken down pretty damn quick. A fungal growth misses though.
Ooh.
That is, a complete missed fungal growth is not good in the slightest. Not to be expected. So a drop going off at the 5th base.
Yes, 4th? I know.
It's like, this is where you get the problem of what bases do you name. We've got drops going down everywhere. To be honest, so hard to say who's ahead right now.
It is, it really is. There's so much going on.
The army supply is slightly in the Ripper's favour, but now he's got banelings, it's a lot more usable. But the baneling speed isn't done yet. The infestors are going to be critical. Some good fungal growths will pretty much end this in the Ripper's favour.
There's only 10 seconds left on baneling speed, so it's not really that long. And how many tanks do we have? We have quite a few tanks. Actually, we have a lot of tanks. That's like his main army.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7.
8 in total, in the unit counting station.
I was just looking around the edge.
Yeah, but that's a lot of tanks. So
and
get ready.
This is huge. This is all the tanks are getting a lot of focus firing down, but splashing their own units, and in come the banelings. And to be honest, the Ripper's got this now, I reckon.
I know, man. He's gonna do good damage at the 3rd and all that, but
all the SCVs are gonna go down. Oh, the baneling hits absolutely huge, and well, that's down to 27 SCVs.
Oh, the infestors!
This is sick, and somehow Creed holds on.
It's pretty much because everything, like lots of the important stuff, is in the natural. But actually, if we look,
all the 3rd base, the 5th and 6th base.
And the whatever bases, pretty much his main and his natural haven't been killed, and
they're nearly mined out. It's essentially one mining base for the Ripper now. To about a quarter, probably about one mining base if across all of them.
And I like this by Ripper. He just plants another circling under that command center. Why not?
Well, it wastes a scan, and ultimately at this stage you need as many mules as you can get as Creed. But the important thing is the tank number is still quite high for Creed, and that's going to be the difficult, because Ultralisks do still take a lot of damage from tanks. I mean, a siege tank, what does that do? 55 damage versus armor. The Ultralisk armor is at 5, so that's 6 reduction, but it's still like a good, 29 damage a hit, which when you add in splash, that starts doing an awful lot. Those ultras need to stay up, but we've got the Ripper re-expanding everywhere. Literally, he's now taken half the map.
Oh, the Zerglings. Oh, a little pickup there.
Tried to get the 2 medevacs, which would have been huge. But ultimately, the Zerglings being left at the 3rd base now, that's an amazing decision. Also, all of the Ripper's army staying at their centre base by the watchtower just to defend it.
Yep, and there is also a 5th, 6th and 7th base in production now as well for the Ripper. Like, I forgot what numbers actually these bases are.
I know. What we do have though is actually the Creed ahead in income. Massively in terms of minerals, and substantially, well actually a tiny bit behind in gas. But that just means that Creed is able to keep this up so well. Yeah,
it's such a manic game. It's one of those times where you would like one of these little options to see how many like hatcheries or command centers have been killed, because there must be like 8 hatcheries, 9 hatcheries probably been killed. And it looks like we got a little double prawned.
There's burrow banelings. Oh, look at all of the burrow banelings. Oh my god.
There's lots of them.
That is like a whole wave of them.
Thing is though, there's still like, if he kills just all the marines and stuff, there's just a lot of tanks left, and that's still absurdly hard to engage.
It is, but without the marine support, and they're gonna go off. They're gonna go. But
no, they're not.
Oh, again. Oh. That did not go anywhere nearly as badly as it could have done. Infested turns getting lobbed everywhere, and wow, view, this is insane, isn't it?
He uses the burrow banelings as like a preemptive, like that's your cue to go, and he goes for it, and I think he's just about won it.
But he's run out of units now. Yes, he has those infestors there, but that's it. The infestors are also going to get picked off so rapidly. Great stim forward.
Let's
And,
bungle.
well, a burrow does go down, but there's the scan as well. The infested town's getting picked off, but only 3 infestors get away.
Oh, and I didn't even notice that little hit squad of the 2 medevacs.
I know, I did
took
just
the one at
flick
the
to them
goal.
as they took down the middle, but 4th base, and
I don't even know.
this is crazy.
And that's a lot of Zerglings, but there is great positioning here on the bio from Creed, but I feel like the bio is just going to be worn out enough where Ripper will be able to take it. It's so hard to say. Look how many units there just were for all that.
An interesting fact is that actually on resources lost, it's pretty level at 24,000 compared to 27,000, and that's in Creed's favour. But income-wise, I mean, Creed is now ahead again in harvesters.
It's 70 supply v 100. I feel like because there's bio and medevacs, and there's not really any oomph.
The army supplies.
Oh, there we have some Banelins.
Oh, the split the units, split them. That was quite good. It was okay, but there's more banings there. But they did detonate on the Marauders, and well, Creed definitely looking like he's taking this. But that Ultra has just popped.
55 supply v 85. I think
And
good
there's
game.
the G from the Ripper. So somehow Creed took that. That was insane.